In this video, I'm going to answer 27 questions about physical commodity trading. And if you are new to this channel, I'm Damien and I've been involved in international trade for over 15 years. And today I own a few businesses related to commodity trading. That's my credential. So about the questions, so first of all, thanks a lot to all of you who sent their questions. We've got low IQ questions, we've got high IQ questions, and we kept a fair mix of both. So whether you are on the curve, you'll be served. All right, let's jump in. Hi Damien, I've worked with commodity trading in Brazil for over a decade. My question, if you would start a new desk product focused, thinking in agri, what products would you start and what geography would you be focused on? Francisco. All right, Francisco, so muito obrigado, gatino lindo. All right, to answer your question, I think what I would do is I would only start a desk on a new product that the company has some type of natural edge. Maybe the company has some investment in an asset that needs this commodity, or they already have a large portfolio of buyers of this commodity, even though they are trading another one, but usually importers buys a few of them. So yeah, I would only really start a new product and a new desk if my company has some type of natural edge. Otherwise, man, it's too difficult starting from scratch, from nowhere. It just doesn't make sense. Hello, do you always have to hedge your trade, futures and whatnot? Or can you trade for as long as you lock in purchase price and the selling price? Mwali. All right. Man, no, you don't have to hedge. I mean, most of the commodities traded are not hedged. All right. Only the biggest commodity and the most liquid are actually hedged. Everyone works on flat price otherwise, which is kind of dangerous, honestly. But this is what we do. By the way, guys, I like to do those kind of videos, and actually the last one that we did performed quite well. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to shoot another one like this in the future. So if you want your question to be answered by me, just go on the Shipping and Commodity Academy website, scroll down and subscribe to our newsletter. Next time I need question for a video like this, you'll be notified. Link below this video. Hello, I have a question about your lifestyle. All right, let's see. Since you are an independent worker in the commodities market, independent worker, I feel like it's an insult. What do you mean by independent worker? Man? I have companies with associates and employees, so I don't know. Man. And the world never sleeps. How do you decide when to take holidays or days off? If you take any, is it hard to fully disconnect or is it just not possible? Thank you. Amori. All right, Amori, holidays. What is that holidays? Is it something for girls? Amori, are you a girl? What is holiday? Yes, I remember. This is a thing that we give to people that doesn't matter. You know, the cog in the machine, so they can feel that they are not, slave, and they have some freedom in their life. We give them this thing, holiday. I remember. No, no, but all right. I'm kidding. Yes, holidays. No, actually, you can't take holidays, man. It's I mean, if you are good enough and you can build a company big enough that can run without you, man, props to you. You are a beast, man. Because it's very, very difficult. No, you can't really take holidays. You can't disconnect, man. This is your money that is on the line. It's your risk. So no, you can't fully disconnect, man. If you want to have a chill life, don't do that job. I mean, the whole idea is to build a life that you don't have to take holiday from. So. This is why I don't really need holiday, man. Okay. Hi Damian, did you always know you were going to have your own company, Joe? Actually, not at all, man. I did not know, man. I was not at all the typical entrepreneur story. When I was 5 years old, I used to sell whatever. So look, this is, I will make a picture and translate it.
I'm more handsome than him. I'm smarter than him. I'm stronger than him. However, I have less money. Join the line. So
basically, this is something that I drew when I was, I don't know. I have no idea when I did that. I mean, it proved that I was broken from the day one, I guess. Even though I didn't really care about being like an entrepreneur or my own boss. I just wanted to make money, honestly. I think this drawing proved it. Yeah, but now I'm thinking about it. There's like one other moment when I really felt like I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. I remember I went to Cambodia with a friend to source like cashew nuts. And at that moment, we were both employees. And I remember very well. Each one of us were on our own motorcycle. We were like driving across the Phnom Penh to go to some meetings. And even though it was a very difficult moment because at that time my former business partner stole all our money from me, I was extremely in debt. I think for that trip, I think I only had like $200 something like this. And then all my credit card was maxed out and so on. That I was in a very, very bad place. But anyhow, I still went to Cambodia with my friend. I remember when I was on that scooter, I felt like so good. Even though I was so depressed, I felt felt like so good. I was like, man, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to travel, build some cool with good people and feel this kind of freedom, you know, this kind of lawlessness. You know, when you are in countries like Cambodia, you don't really feel that there is like any laws. I mean, I wanted to feel that. I think I was like, all right, so this is what I want to do. But it was a long time ago, and it took me like really years to just build the life that I have now. So it's not a straight line. Hi, Damien. What is 100% guaranteed way to have trust from your prospect? Yes, I can answer this one. So basically, if you have a lead and you want to have 100% is trust, you go to him and say, look, man, I know you don't know me, but you know, we are this company, we can assure that the quality of our product is good, blah, 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 blah. You know what I can do? I will send one trial container to your plant. You can open the container, expect the good, test the quality and so on, and you pay me 30 days after the containers arrive. So then no risk on you, and if you don't like the quality or if this is not within your specification, you just send the container back. And all is on my cost. So if you do that, no risk on your prospect, and most of the time they agree. And how can you make your first deal with zero startup capital, Ernest? Basically, you will still need to have some startup capital because you still need to open an entity, but actually you can do back-to-back payment terms. Like, I don't know, you take 20% from your buyers and then you send 20% to your suppliers. And then you have like exactly the same type of payment terms on back-to-back. It's actually very, very weak, and I don't think it's a good way to do it, but you can do it. Hi, Damien. How do you manage a sales where sellers ask buyers to upfront deposit for clearance, taxes, and logistics, whereas buyers only want to pay for goods, so gold, at refinery? Kind regards, Moletti. All right, dude. So basically what you are saying is exactly what a trader do. A trader pay everything and then ship it and get paid by these clients. So this is what a trader does. And right now, what it seems like, you are in a kind of a scam, because this is exactly the type of scam that you can see in gold. People will say, look, man, we have the gold, but you need to pay for the logistics, for the clearance, for the taxes, for blah, 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 blah. And no gold is ever shipped. So Moletti, you are, I don't know, man, you are getting scammed, or you are going to find someone to get scammed, because it seems like this is not you that is going to buy this. Man, run away, run away. This question smells really, really bad. Hello, Damien. Where do you see the industry going in the next 20 years? Is AI going to be a game changer or no? Where do you see the industry going in the next 20 years? So this first question, I think what is going to happen is like China is going to slow down, and in 20 years, I guess maybe we will hit a top in terms of population, and the global population is going to decrease. So it's going to be extremely chaotic for the big companies, because they need large volume, they need large capex. This is how they work. So I think what we are going to see is way more consolidation on the depth of the big companies. One thing that we may see is maybe if the world in a geopolitical way is going to shit too much, maybe some bloc will say, look, man, if you trade with the US or if you trade with China or whatever, you then cannot do this, you cannot do that. So maybe the big companies could be hit if they need to choose, like, all right, from the West block, I'm from the East block, I'm from the South block, whatever. We may see that, but what I think we're going to see is like consolidation of the big players getting even bigger, and then much more smaller player. So I think this is why it's going to be a great time for a commodity trader, honestly. Even though we are going to see maybe peak demand on most of the commodities as the population is going to decrease, still that's a good point for small traders. Is AI going to be a game changer? Yes, I think AI is going to be a game changer in most of the operation, in most of the things to streamline your company. But man, AI is not going to help with, I don't know, maybe it will change a lot, but man, there's still a big lack of just human intelligence in a lot of countries, and I'm not sure that AI will be able to fix that. So yeah, obviously I will change the world, but it's going to be slow. Hello, I would love and pay for commodity trading for non-ferrous and ferrous and other recycled commodities, mainly using LME. Gabriel. All right, man. Let's do it again. I would love and pay for commodity trading for non-ferrous and ferrous and other recycled commodities, mainly using LME. Gabriel. All right, so this is a good example of what I just said. Maybe here there is not enough human intelligence. Maybe Gabriel should have used a bit of AI to make his question just understandable. And seriously, man, it's not because you have a broken English that you can't make a question that people understand. Just ask ChatGPT, man. Anyway. Hi, Damien. Based on your experience, what is the most useful language that you would encourage a physical commodity trader to learn? Best, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, very good question. Obviously, what language you need to learn depends a lot of where you are from. Because what is valuable is someone that can be a bridge between two different cultures. If you are Singaporean and you speak Chinese, Mandarin, nobody cares. Everyone speaks Chinese there. So it's not going to be decisive for you. So obviously, if you're from the West, from Europe, and you learn like Mandarin, and you are a white belt like me, this is extremely valuable because this is what people want to see. Or the same if you're from the West and you learn like Bahasa from Indonesia. Indonesia, millions of people there, is going to be one of the massive countries in the world. There's still a lot of things to do in Indonesia. So it would be very wise to learn the language. The thing is, to learn a language, I mean, you need to be extremely motivated. So the best way to learn that, if you're like, I guess, a human, is to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend in another language that will push you to learn the language. Man, I've seen a guy in 1 year learned Mandarin, which is extremely difficult to learn, just because he was like banging a lot of Chinese chicks. This is the only reason that he learned that. So yeah, you really need to pick a language which is exotic for you, for your own culture. That's my best advice. But the big language would be like, yeah, again, Russian, Chinese, Bahasa, I think would be safe bet. The thing with Spanish, French, it's like too much people speak already this language. What's your take on South America? Will it develop in the future, John? Man, I'm actually quite bearish in South America. And the main reason is like most of South American countries like have developed export toward Asia, toward China. So as China is going to slow down, I think it will hurt most of the countries. I mean, you can see it in Brazil in 2008, like, or in 2011, I would say. At the peak of the last commodity cycle, I think there was one guy called A.K. Batista. I think he was maybe in top 5 of the most wealthy people in the world, and now he's like, I don't think he's even a billionaire anymore, because he was extremely tied, as all Brazil was extremely tied to the price of commodities. So I don't think South America is in a good shape. Obviously it's going to be a bit different for Mexico. I don't know if it's South America or not, and there's like few countries that could do well, but most of it is going to suffer. Hi Damian, I'm a master's student in Australia, graduating in 2 years. I'm crazy interested in commodities trading, especially in industrial metals. If you were my future employer, what kind of experience would you like to see on my resume, and any tips on how to get those experiences? I'm not afraid of talking to people or failure. I just need a direction, and I'll grind hard with a minimal capital requirement. What type of job do you want to have? Like, it depends what job. I guess traders. You want to be a trader? Man, again, so what I want to see on your resume is 2 things. Like I would say 3. Languages, I know again, but man, if you're Australian, I mean, if you can learn like Indonesian, Bahasa, or whatever, I mean, it will be a big thing for your resume. I would like to see, okay, so you are a student of what? If you are a master, I would like to see, and if you want to work in the industrial metals, I think the best master to do that is the, how do we say like in English, metallurgic. I mean, the guy that smelt basically metals and minerals. This is the most, I think, important thing to know if you want to deal with ferrous and non-ferrous, and you will have like a huge edge if you know that. Then last point, I would like to see that you are really motivated. So I would like to see stuff on your CV that shows that you're motivated, because it's very easy to say, oh, I'm motivated, I could do anything, blah, blah, blah. It's easy to say. What we want to see is proof in your resume that actually you can do it. And by the way, this is why also the Shipping and Commodity Academy, link in the description below, I mean, works so well, because for an employer, it's a token of motivation. The guy that really paid it, that went through it, he showed that he was motivated because he did something that other people didn't. So that's basically a token of motivation. But man, you need to, you need to find a way, an irrefutable way, to show that you are more motivated than other people on your CV. Hi Damien, how does knowing structured finance help a trader? Does it help with getting financing for trades? If so, what are the key structured finance topics that a trader should know, which can help in getting funding? Alright, so yes, it helps a lot, man. It helps a lot. Obviously, I mean, if you are in a big firm, you don't have to do that as a trader, but it helps a lot to understand what's going on. But if you're in a small firm, yeah, it helps a lot. And for instance, I have a good example that I cannot actually say, but a few days ago I was in a conference. I spoke with a guy, a trader that was head of trading in a firm that will do I think shy of $1 billion, I guess, in revenue. And the guy explained to me how he structured a deal, a very complex deal, how he structured it. And yeah, by knowing how to structure the financing correctly, he was able to pull a deal off where a lot of people would say it's impossible. So yes, it helps a lot. And the most important topic that you need to know is, all right, what is the collateral behind what you are asking people to finance? So are we talking transactional? Are we talking balance sheet? What are we talking about? What type of collateral, what type of security would have a lenders? Yes, I guess this is what you need to know. How can someone break into future derivatives trading for ags without having prior experience in future trading? Man, if you want to trade futures, it's very easy. I'm pretty sure you can find a brokers online, put some money in, and then you trade. Man. Futures is gambling, man, dude, so you can do that on your own. And where can you get the better experience? At a bank, at a brokerage, a trading firm? Yeah, I think the best experience would be in a hedge fund or in a trading firm that do only futures. How long does it take to become good enough at hedging to start your own commodity business? You don't need to be good enough at hedging to start your own your commodity business, and hedging, you don't need to be good, man. I mean, yeah, don't just hedge. And then you also can ask your broker to hedge yourself when you have a physical position. So then you don't even have to do it. Yeah, man, you don't really need to do that at all if you want to start your physical commodity trading firm. Do you hedge your trades yourself? Thank you, Anush. No, I don't hedge my trade myself because I don't trade stuff that needs to be hedged. Because if it needs to be hedged, most probably it's going to be in a commodity that has like a lot of liquidity, a lot of big players, a lot of people with money, a lot of people with brains against me. And I don't want that. I want people against me. So this is the type of the competitor that I want. So no, I tried not. Yes, it's true that we are developing something where we might be needed to hedge, but not now. Hi Damien, I need a step-by-step on how to set up a commodity trading company. 1. Do I need a website as a broker? Alright man, so I'm going to stop that. I can't help you, man. You want to be a broker or you want to take commission? This is not the YouTube channel for that. I think it makes no sense to do it. You are going to waste your time, you are going to waste all the people that you speak with, and you are going to waste your reputation, you are going to waste your network because brokers don't close deal. That's it. I mean, I have a video about that if you want to watch my YouTube channel, but usually I thought that this video would be a good example and good explanation to help people, you know, out of this idea that they can make money as a broker. But actually, no, people want to believe. So, who are you? Ash, I'm sorry, you are never going to make money like this. Yeah, you need to find something else. Hey, Damien, what are the best way to remove risk from suppliers and the customer? Is the idea for us to assume the risk? Thanks, Benjamin. Yes, exactly. Commodity trader takes the risk of their suppliers, their end buyers, and assume the risk. This is why commodity traders makes money. This is why commodity traders has a place in a value chain, because they de-risk the transaction for both of their counterparty. If you cannot de-risk the transaction, that means that you basically are probably going to have like very, very small margin, and that your value is going to be challenged on the supply chain, and that you are going to disappear. So yes, again, the whole idea of being a commodity trader is to take the risk of your counterparties. Hi, Damian. I don't know that guy, Damien. You know what, Anton? I mean, I'm going to answer only 2 questions because you called me Damian. Kindly see below my question. I am looking forward to hear from you answer to them. 1. Will it be good to do a few brokerage deals to receive some funding for bigger physical commodity projects? No, don't. You are not going to broker any deals, all right? The thing that you need to understand is that to be a broker is very, very difficult. I know guys that have been doing trading for like 20, 25 years, and then when they are on their own, they do some brokerage, they broke some deal, and even for them it's very difficult, even if they know everyone in the market, all right? It makes no sense. So that means that what you are going to do, if when you know nothing, is that you are going to just exhaust your network, exhaust your time, exhaust the people that want to speak with you, because brokers don't close deal. Brokers don't have the knowledge of the market, especially you, when wanna be brokers. So that means that you can't close a deal without an extremely good knowledge of the market. So don't do that. You can find a deal and then find a trading firm to finance your deal if you really want to act as a broker. But just pure broker doesn't work, man. If you buy from the supplier, at which Incoterm do you usually buy? Yeah, man, it depends. It depends so much that I can't really say. We buy X-Work, we buy FOB, we buy SIF, we buy DAP. Yeah, it really depends, man. And if the buyer requires certain documentation for you, like COO, CO means the certificate of origin, a phytosanitary certificate. Phytosanitary certificate is a certificate issue when you ship like vegetable product. Product analysis certificate, excellent. Do the buyer provide these docs? Man, it depends. It depends. Sometimes as a trader, you need to produce those documents. Sometimes you can ask your buyer to do it. Sometimes they don't want to do it. So then you need to pay themselves. So it really depends. There is like no rules. But depending the Incoterm sometimes, or the contract, actually it's a contract. You can ask in the contract that they need to provide the documentation for the good to be able to be clear in that country, and those documents are this and that. We are always extremely clear about the document that we need, so then we don't get down the line. Finished product versus commodity, pratic. Yep, so like finished products versus commodity, you mean like a fight? In which way? No, I think I get your point. The finished product versus commodity. So the big difference is that in commodities, usually you can scale to infinity because commodities, the market is huge, all right? It's also easier to get collateralized finance with commodity because you always kind of know the price of the commodity, so it's easier to get finance for it. The thing with finished product, you will have a better margin. I mean, you should have a better margin. Also with finished product, let's say it's an ingredient. Once someone has an ingredient in their recipe, they are not going to charge. So there's also like here, there's more moat, let's say. Like when you have a client that chooses your ingredient, man, they are not going to shift. But there's also another problem with a finished product, something like, I don't know, like a lamp. Okay, a chair, or whatever, a camera, or let's say you ship one container and there's no demand for it. People think, oh, those lamps, they are like so ugly, I don't like them, or this camera is so ugly, I don't like them. Then you can't sell the product. You are completely With a commodity, if you decrease the price enough, you will always be able to sell because there is like more demand. I mean, there must be other points that are missing between finished product and commodity. But again, when we talk about finished product, usually we speak about import, export, and commodity trading. But Damien, I think it's good to start with anything. And I know actually a bunch of dudes, man, that do a lot of import-export of finished product, and they have good businesses and so on. I think it's more challenging to grow at large scale than a commodity trading business, just because of the nature of the market. All right, that's it for me today. I hope that you liked the video. And again, if you want to break into the commodity trading industry, just follow the first link below this video. You will land on the Shipping and Commodity Academy, and you can download our brochure. And if you just want to be in the email list to know what's up with me and to be able to ask your question next time I'll do a video like that, just go again on the Shipping and Commodity Academy website, scroll down and just subscribe to the newsletter. If you don't know the brochure, you don't need to subscribe again to the newsletter. I think that's it for today. I'm going to go to sleep now. It's very late. Tomorrow I'm flying. So yeah, ciao.